From broke to boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
All right, guys. So here we got Mike answering tough questions from real owner-operators. All right, man. Are you showing your drivers how to cut costs or just watching them drown?
Man, that's a painful question. Yes, I'm trying to. I would love to do it even more, but I cannot force it to them.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I would guess the biggest challenge is no one is looking for that.
No, I mean, cutting costs is a business strategy. Like, you have to be open-minded.
It is, and this is what we do. This is what we do on the Super Trucker Podcast as well. We're always throwing that information out there. But, those comments just like, tracking is bullshit. Okay, how can you help?
True.
You can help. So at the end of the day, there are a lot of strategies, a lot of ways to cut the cost. And I would love to have that conversation with you if you want to have that conversation.
All right. And so here we go. So can you actually help them negotiate fuel, parts, insurance? Or, I mean, is the environment every man for themselves, get what you could get?
If you're an owner-operator and you lease to the carrier, if the carrier which you leased on is a decent company, it's already being done. Like, for example, let's just use Voyager, right?
Yeah.
Fuel discounts, already in the works.
Two fuel cards, yeah.
2 fuel cards, 2 different programs, like just to help your business as much as possible. Is everybody paying attention to those fuel discounts? No. Some people, they don't give a crap. So can I force those fuel discounts on you? No. But however, if you want to, or even if you don't want to, those things are already there for you.
That's true.
So it's just what you gonna do that. Now parts, that's also available if you want to. You can use Voyager's discounts, like with fleet products and so on. That's not a problem, right?
Right, not at all.
All you got to do is just ask for it, or not even ask for it. Just come to talk to us about it. That's constantly being discussed. Are we chasing people with, hey guys, you forgot this, you forgot that? No, but that information is always available, and if somebody is looking for it, it's already here. So there is nothing else to be done. It's not like we're gonna start doing something once Christian is gonna ask a question. It's actually always being considered to improve to make the situation better and life easier for our owner operators. It's just in the background and it's running. And then the insurance, again, same thing. Most of the insurance you already covered under our policy. However, the only thing that we not necessarily pushing is physical damage for your truck. But for that as well, we are helping out the owner operators to get a better quote, and that's absolutely already there. So it's not like, oh my bad, Christian, totally forgot. let me just work on some fuel discounts real quick.
Well, talking about Christian having questions, I have one. Have you considered giving priority lanes to the guys who stick it out with you, man? Like, give them those magical loads.
Magical loads, absolutely. As soon as I get them. But let's get serious for a second. You know what? If the camaraderie, it does matter. The seniority, it does matter. If you are operational nightmare, and let's say we have a good customer that has a good lane, am I gonna put you on that lane? No. Unless it's not gonna depend on just like how new you are with a company. That's gonna have nothing to do with that. It's how you run. It's how you act. It's your work ethic. It's how you communicate. If we can trust you and you act and communicate and perform as a business professional, absolutely. There is no first, second, third tier. None of that. There are only 2 tiers, good or bad.
There we go. So, and I mean, even for those guys that are good, smarter than your average bear, and they bring you some ideas and even direct shipper leads, Do you shut those guys down? Do you entertain it? What's your process on that?
It just depends how we are being brought. So, for example, nobody ever shuts anybody down. All the shipper leads are always appreciated. If any of our guys, or not even our guys, if you are totally outside of a company and you have a good lead that we can make some sort of deal together with a customer, we obviously gonna take care of you as well. So that's not gonna be a problem. The little disconnect that I may see is one of those stories that somebody knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, and it's a total bullshit nonsense about nothing.
Yeah.
You have to understand that we heard so much of that sometimes we get desensitized.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I apologize if I ever gave anybody a cold shoulder, just caught in the moment like that. But at the end of the day, it's just good business. You have a good lead, bring it over. Let's talk about it. Let's make it happen, and we'll make sure that everybody wins, including you, obviously. Holy crap! Is this real? $4,000 a week in this market, guys? This is not a joke. We got plenty of owner-operators in this market taking home $4,000 a week every single week. So if you're interested in something like this, we're located right here in Mulberry, Florida, just a few miles south of Lakeland. Give us a call, 863-342-5171, because $4,000 take home after all the expenses, that's nothing to laugh at.
Yeah, so in helping these guys grow, I mean, do you encourage a guy to sit it out for a week if when he's doing the math, it's not mathing and it's just not working out, or guilt trip this guy into running?
None. Guilt trip, that's a crazy word. The first part is sit it out. You might as well just quit. There is no such thing as sit it out in trucking. By sitting out a week, you're not saving anything. You're just losing everything. How many weeks can you sit out?
Yeah.
Back in the COVID days, right? We learned very, very quickly how many people can sit out.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally like a couple weeks into the chaos, and most of the people that were planning to sit out was already toast.
Yeah.
Because it all depends, how much resources do you have? Like, how long can you sit out? And even if you can sit out, sitting out is never, absolutely never a good option. Like, every time I hear owner-operator decided to stay home for a week or two until the rates are gonna improve, I already discard that business potential. I think it's already dead in the water, unless the guy just in his feelings and he's gonna turn around and get back to business. But as a real meaningful solution to solve any kind of problems, sitting out is never a solution.
Because that leads to the next question, that if you're gonna sit that out, I mean, what real safety net does a driver really have for those slow weeks or big breakdowns, and then on top of that, sit it out?
Well, first of all, I think having a safety net is very important. The bigger the better. It's always great, but you shouldn't be, even when you have a safety net, sitting out is the worst way of spending your safety net.
Yes.
It's not achieving you anything. It's further damaging your business, and just potentially gonna cause you shut down.
So, and in this coaching and advice there, the question is, how are you helping dispatchers make better decisions on a day-to-day basis in the operation, or just sending, or are they instructed, just chase the rate wherever it takes you?
The word of the day is common sense. That's one thing that we cannot teach people. So when dispatchers join our team, we obviously being instructed of what the parameters are, what are the expectations. But then we just We just watch them, how we perform. We advise them on how to do this thing or that thing, how to make it the most beneficial for the owner-operator. And then if there is common sense, it's all going to be great, because they always say, like, even let's say if I'm training a new dispatcher, not new dispatcher to the company. Let's put that straight. I always say, this is how I do it. These are the guidelines. You have to fit in between these two posts. However, you don't have to copy it. You don't have to do exactly like that. The best dispatcher is going to be the dispatcher who's going to find his own niche to be great and to make the most money for owner-operators, instead of trying to copycat somebody.
Yeah, and so while these guys are delivering on their advancement and the way they dispatch an individual, would you feel that it's more of a take it or leave it, or these guys can actually help them transition through lanes, regions, schedules to stay profitable?
Just like fuel discounts, it's already part of the game. This is the game. Like if you're paying somebody for dispatch service or for full service like Voyager, it's already part of the game. You are paying for us to do all that planning, all that projection, and as a matter of fact, you're welcome to participate in that, as long as it's not a destructive participation. Just like I said, if you're asking me to send you to a dead-end place for a crappy rate just because your buddy or your buddy's buddy's buddy did something 2 years ago or back in 2021, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you straight up, not on my watch. You want to die? Go to that guy. Not on my spreadsheet.
So I mean, with that being said, someone who's on that edge financially, do you help them make that comeback, or let them just burn it out?
Can you rephrase the question?
So, for example, a guy's on the edge financially. That's it. He's almost bankrupt. Comes to the table, and how do you help this guy make a comeback? Or just let them burn out, and it is what it is. He's going to keep making his choices, and
for the most part, the guy in that position is either way too new to the company, so he already made all the mistakes out there somewhere, and I'm sure he knows their phone number. Or if that happens here, all those things have already happened, meaning that we already tried to address all the issues. We already did everything we could to help the guy to get back on track and start making money, right? And usually that happens when the guy just keeps disregarding everything and ignoring every advice and does everything he can to damage his business. And what is it, like only when your turbo blew up, only then you had this aha moment? No, man, my responsibility and loyalty is towards owner-operators that are serious about the business, who are really true business partners. I got their back. I ain't got no dollar to waste on somebody like that, because, again, I'm not saying, if we would talk about any specific situation, I would potentially have a lot more to say or a lot less. But generally speaking, if you're part of Voyager's network, we already doing all that stuff for you, unless you're telling us not to.
And fighting it the whole way.
And if we have to reach some sort of major breakdown, and when you're already in the deepest hole of your life, for you to have that aha moment, I think actually by doing something above and beyond, I'm actually just causing further damage to the individual, to us as an organization, and to every owner-operator who is currently or in the future going to have a relationship with our organization, because as an owner-operator, you want to do business with a financially sound company. And if a company starts wasting money on a deadbeat, we're not going to be financially sound.
So here we go, guys. The questions get tougher. Check out part 3.
Take care, guys.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.